Hey everybody, Seth with Everyman Prepping here. How's everybody doing? Well, today I want to talk about how it looks like we're heading up to a crescendo. You know, the end game is coming. A lot of things are happening all at once around the world. You can get a sense for it. And I put a post about this on X a while ago, where I listed about 7 things that happened. I'm going to read off really quickly, so just so you can see what I did a couple days ago. We'll go more into depth on a few of those and hit some new stuff. So before I start with that, hit that like, subscribe, share, comment button, all that great stuff. But this is what we had. Trump's rally. Third possible attempt on his life. Had a guy there, fake VIP pass, couple weapons. We have China surrounding Taiwan for, quote unquote drills. Is it a prep for invasion? Yeah, probably. Probably. Anyway, North Korea has 8 brigades of artillery aimed at South Korea on high alert, ready to go because they think that South Korea sent drones with propaganda pamphlets into their capital. Hezbollah just had that major drone attack on Haifa in Israel, killing 4, injuring like 60. Israel's very protective of their numbers, kind of like Ukraine. I would probably double that. I expect more casualties than that. We'll probably never know. Russia and Ukraine war still going on. No one seems to care about that anymore, except for the politicians giving money, but it's kind of fallen back. So look for Zelensky to do something pretty wild to get his cause back up to the forefront. And then we have Yemen still attacking ships. Just hit another U.S. Cargo ship just the other day. So they're still active there. That's just a little bit I put out. Now let's go into other stuff that we have that's coming on more recently here. Let's check this out. First of all, we're going to go to some just national news here, things you want to hit. First one here you see, this is locally, just so for safety. Keep your head on a swivel, situational awareness. But as you can see here, Fox News is saying that they found a second suspect was arrested in the deadly home invasion for phony utility workers, targeting upscale neighborhoods. They had a couple guys dressed up in, they had the hazard suits, reflective suits on. They said they were with the utility company. Person opens the door, they invade the home, and then, either, kill, injure, whatever, steal. So what's the moral of this story? Don't open your door for anybody, especially at night. Look, it's night. You're going to open the door for a utility company, someone wearing a hat, an N95 mask. I mean, come on. You got to really be smarter, people. If you have a peephole or a window to the side, look out. But I wouldn't open the door for anybody I didn't know, anybody that I wasn't expecting. You can talk through the door. If it's a utility company, you don't, address their concerns over, but don't open the door. Same on the phone. Don't give out. There's phishing calls going out on phones all the time. Be careful. They're manipulating the voices of your loved ones, your kids, your relatives, trying to get you to get money. Be highly suspect of everything these days. All right, moving on for that, we have this drone incursion over Langley Air Force Base. They're talking like 17 days of multiple drones, 20-foot long, flying at high speeds over a military base. Our military does nothing. They don't shoot them down. They don't try to neutralize them. They're just saying, we don't know what it is. Hey, are they Chinese spy ones? Is it, Iranian, North Korean, Russian? Is it just some, private drone club trying to see if they can, get over military bases? Who knows? But the fact the military doesn't know, the fact that they didn't engage them, very concerning. Who knows what that leads to? But this is going to be something else we have to keep an eye on. And then today, semiconductors not looking good. NVIDIA leading the way down. Don't know if it's a big short sale on NVIDIA or more of a taking the temperature of the tech sector that it's all coming down, because that market is, in my opinion, not financial advice, really overheated, and yes, it's coming to a fall. Let's move on here as we go through this as quickly as we can. All right, we have what I put out here, China. Remember I said, they're doing drills around Taiwan because, it's their national holiday over there. And they usually have drills, but this is the largest number I've ever seen. 153 aircraft, 14 naval vessels, 12 additional official ships, all surrounding Taiwan. You can see this is, from the Taiwanese X site, but, Taiwan's here. There were planes, ships, the aircraft carrier for China, all surrounding Taiwan. Are they going to invade? Are they going to do this to invade? Are they practicing a blockade? Probably some of both, but this is part of that crescendo, heating up that I'm talking about, that things are, happening. And also staying in Asia, we have this. North Korea, they blew up, it says roads here, but blew up mainly rail links between North Korea and South Korea. They were symbolic. that one day they're going to reunite and be able to do trade. And you can kind of see in the picture here, the railway here, and I'll play a little bit of it here. But basically, North Korea took these out as a symbolic measure, saying that, South Korea, you flew those drones over a capital, you put propaganda out on pamphlets. We're not going. There's no going back. We're not going back to peace. This is seen as a huge escalation because they're blowing up symbolic link between the two. South Korea returned fire. I'm not sure what they shot at, but tension's very high in the peninsula as well. Something to keep track over there. Switching over here to the Middle East now. We have put this out yesterday, but they reiterated today that State Department's serious. He said, if you're a U.S. citizen, get out of Lebanon. Said there's extra flights. It says there's thousands of seats and extra capacity to accommodate U.S. citizens and their families. They really want people to get out of Lebanon because they know it's going to heat up. Israel's not there. They might try to turn it into another Gaza. Who knows? But they're taking heavy losses on the ground right now, fighting a ground battle against Hezbollah. It could be shades of 2006. We shall see. And that kind of leads us to here. It says here from the Associated Press. The Biden administration believes it has won assurances from Israel that it will not hit Iranian nuclear oil sites or oil sites when it looks to strike back. Finally, following what Iranian the 200 missiles that Iran shot at Israel just last week. So I don't believe this. I don't know about you. Leave in the comments below what you think. I think they will hit oil. I don't know if they'll go after the nuke sites, but I think they will hit some of the oil and other energy sites, maybe a nuclear plant that makes energy. But I think this assurance is just the administration here covering themselves. That way, if Israel does it, they can say, well, they told us they wouldn't do it. But I think behind the scenes, I think there's going to be an attack on the oil. And it's probably going to be coming soon. It's going to be definitely before the election, probably way before the election. I don't know if they're playing a waiting game, letting Iran kind of, rope-a-dope, get them to fall asleep, kind of is what Iran did to Israel the last time. I don't know. They're just trying to figure out how they're going to fly there because all the Arab nations basically went neutral. Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Iraq, Kuwait, UAE, they all said you can't use our bases, you can't use our airspace. So they got a plan to either fly around the Arabian Peninsula, they got to fly north. I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to do some kind of non-kinetic attack, more of a infrastructure, a cyber attack, something like they did in Hezbollah with exploding phones. Who knows? But something's going to be coming. I don't believe this for an instant. You hear this? I don't believe that for an instant. What's going on with them saying they won't attack it? Because Iran's going to respond no matter what. Whether or not they hit their oil sites or their nuke sites, Iran's going to fire back right away. They'll probably fire as they're getting attacked, and they will come after Iran again, and we escalate from there. All right, lastly here we have basically Israel says they're facing a shortage of intercept missiles, both for the Iron Dome system, for the Arrow system, and David Sling. Even the THAAD, the U.S. THAAD systems that are being supplied. There's only 5 or 6 of these systems in the world. We put a battery there. There's only a few hundred missiles, where Iran has thousands of them. So you can see the cheap missiles that Hezbollah and Hamas and Iran shoot over Israel. They use very expensive Iron Dome missiles and Arrow missiles, and they can't produce them fast enough because there's hundreds of those and thousands of the other missiles coming at them. So is that why we're seeing more missiles hit? Is that why we're seeing drones get through now? Because Israel's trying to pick and choose what to engage and what not to engage. But this is a serious problem for Israel. If they don't have enough to stop it, and Iran knows this, well, maybe that's why that Israeli attack is being delayed, because if they know Iran's going to get back and they can't guarantee that their Iron Dome and that will protect it, they might get mass exodus out of the Tel Aviv. You might get a lot of those people leaving. You might get a lot of people going after the government because they can't feel protected. I don't know, but not good things there either. So things are heating up everywhere. Domestically, what we got going on. Election, we're in October. A lot of polls are showing, Trump ahead. And if you think that, I personally don't think there's any way they're going to let Trump back in the White House. I just don't see it happening based on what they did to get him out, what they did to him afterwards, what they're doing to him now, 3 assassination attempts. So we have, 4 weeks, not even 4 weeks for the election, about 3 weeks for the election. So the other shoe's going to drop here with that. And we might have multiple shoes dropping here with things happening. So, as I always tell you at the end of the video, and hopefully you got something out of this one, keep your ear to the ground and head on a swivel.